car bomb has exploded in central Damascus. The blast reportedly injured at least 3 people. Let's go live now to Al Jazeera's Rula Amin, who's in Beirut, in the capital of neighbouring Lebanon. Rula, what more do we know?
Not much. The activists and the opposition are reporting that the car bomb, it took place in a military jeep and that only the driver was in that car. They also report ambulances rushing to the scene, security deployed heavily, cordoning the area, and some arrests. What the television pro-government TVs are saying is that 3 people were injured in a terrorist attack with this car bomb. But we don't know how much. Still, it's a very significant development in the middle of the capital when the UN observers are trying to reduce the violence and the level of the violence in the country.
Rula, who might have been behind such an attack? It's not the first time that there have been explosions in Damascus.
It's not the first time, and as usual, you have the government and the opposition accusing each other. The opposition says this was a manipulated explosion by the government to show the UN observers that there are terrorist groups in the country. The government says this is another proof that there are terrorist groups, armed groups, who are destabilizing the country and contributing to the violence in Syria. So it's very hard to know. We are not there. We don't know who was behind this attack. We have to remember there was some U.S. briefings, U.S. officials have been briefing some journalists that some of the attacks, they believe Al-Qaeda militants were behind them. But it's really hard to know because the activists on the ground are convinced that these kind of attacks actually serve the government and serve its narrative that it's fighting armed groups, not peaceful protesters.
Rula, many thanks indeed. Rula Amin in Beirut.